Stay-at-home mums will benefit from a new coalition agreement struck between Malcolm Turnbull and the National Party. Live to political reporter Charles Croucher in Canberra this morning. Charles, the change of leader brought an immediate poll boost for the government, but the big question this morning, what is the future for Joe Hockey?
Well, the future looks short for Joe Hockey in the Treasury portfolio, at least. Sylvia, good morning to you. That's certainly one of the places where Malcolm Turnbull's looked to make his stamp. That was his whole justification, or at least the strongest part of his justification for bringing on this change, was the need to sell a better economic message. Now, if you're going to do that, of course, it makes it very difficult to do it with the Treasurer who'd been selling that message prior to this, and he was left in many ways exposed yesterday in Parliament. Labor took full advantage and asked if he agreed with the Treasurer, if the message was off track, if they needed to change it, and that's what makes this so difficult for him. As for the government, they're in a much better position. If you believe the first few polls, an opinion poll out overnight had Malcolm Turnbull as preferred Prime Minister 70 to 24. That is a big boost off a Snap Morgan poll. We expected a bounce. I'm not sure if anyone expected a bounce of quite that much. Even among Labor voters, he was the preferred Prime Minister, so that puts some of the pressure back on Bill Shorten, and certainly this is one of the justifications given by some of his colleagues for making the change, including the Attorney General George Brandis.
Like most of my senior colleagues, I was becoming increasingly concerned that the position was becoming irretrievable in relation to Mr Abbott's leadership. In the end, you have to make a conscientious judgment about where the national interest lies.
Sylvia, you mentioned off the top some of the changes to the family tax benefit system that will affect stay-at-home mums. It is an extra $1,000 a year for those earning under $100,000 a year, particularly with those with infant children.
All right, Charles Croucher, thank you.